So, did you figure it out? Do you know what he's holding? Well, I'll tell you. I'm George Meyer, and this is a friend of mine, Richard, holding his brand new solar water heater. And before I tell you his unusual story, do yourself a favor. If you want to learn how to be independent and save money on your utility bill the same way Richard did, quit surfing the internet and stick around to the end of this short video. This story might surprise you, so close all the other tabs and windows and grab something to write with. You're going to take notes so you can start saving money on your utility bill like he did. Now, back to Richard's story. In this picture, he is holding his own professional solar water heater. He paid less than $100 for the same type of panel that would cost you a minimum of $970 in the factory. You'll learn the secret to this method in the next 8 minutes, and with the money that panel saved, it's paid for itself and then some. Do you want to know how he did it? I'll give you a clue. It's like getting paid for a do-it-yourself project. Keep watching. You won't believe how he got started. This is going to sound crazy, but just a short while ago, Richard was completely lost. He didn't understand do-it-yourself, but like every other American, he wanted to save money. You probably are in the same boat. Maybe you're in so much debt you don't even know how you got to this point. Maybe you can't remember the last time you had a stress-free vacation. Maybe you just want to be able to save some extra money for retirement. Or maybe the kids are coming up on college and you don't know how you're going to pay for it. It's scary to think about, but money has made Americans so stressed out that they can't sleep. Not to be too personal, but are you one of them? The bills just keep on coming, month after month, and never stop. Sometimes you start to feel hopeless, and on top of having a bad economy, we are killing our environment. Like I said, my name is George Myers, and I think you might be interested in a simple way to save money and help Mother Earth. See, things could change. You don't have to keep paying through the nose on utility bills. And if you can cut those down, you will have more money and less stress. And the cool part is, you can do it way easier than you think. In fact, if you've got basic do-it-yourself skills, or just curious about learning some, you can start saving money now, the same way Richard did. Everybody started with solar power, and obviously you want that too, or you wouldn't be watching this video. And on top of this, I gotta say that it's a smart decision. Here's why. Solar water heating systems have been on the market for years, and they seem like the best solution to cheap energy savings. After all, nobody can charge you for sunlight. And being stuck paying the utility company every month is miserable, not to mention expensive, especially since the price for energy is going nowhere but up. Face it, every American knows what an energy crisis is. It's like oil prices is all you hear about. Oil is running out, and coal isn't going to last forever. Nuclear reactor in Japan. It's not a bad idea to look for other sustainable alternatives. Just look at all the toxic crap we are pumping into the environment with just one power plant. Every year, it pumps out 10,000 tons of sulfur dioxide, 10,200 tons of nitrogen oxide, 3.7 million tons of carbon dioxide, 220 tons of hydrocarbons, 720 tons of carbon monoxide, 125,000 tons of ash, 225 tons of arsenic, and the list goes on. Now think about it. That's just in a year, and if it continues to pump this junk in the air, that means you are breathing it. And more important, your kids are breathing it. And on top of that, electric and utility companies are still raising their prices. But don't take my word for it. Look at the utility bill from last year and look at this month's bill. How much has your rate gone up? According to Addison Electric and Utility Institute in Washington, D.C., energy prices are increasing even faster than inflation. So we're not just killing the environment. More and more of your money gets swallowed up every month by the big cats. Don't you want to save money and help the environment? See, that desire puts you in a different category than most people. Some of them are totally oblivious to how we treat the earth, and it's only the solar power movement, mostly kept secret, that helps the environment and can save you money. When you stop and think about it, it makes sense. The sun shoots up way more energy than we know what to do with, and it's not going anywhere, so you will have free utilities for at least the next couple billion years. After all, nobody can charge you for sunlight. And other than the occasional cleaning, you put your solar water heaters on the roof and you forget about them. After that, the sun is shining, they are pulling power, and you are saving money. Not to mention, you are saving the environment. Seems like a great plan, doesn't it? In fact, to me, it seems to be so great that it got to be something wrong. Solar energy sounds almost too good to be true. But in fact, thousands of homeowners invest in solar water heaters every year. But here's the catch. If you're lucky enough to afford professional solar water heaters, you'll be cheated. The Solar Power Authority put the cost of an average solar water heating system between $10,000 and $22,000. That's the same price of a brand new BMW. So why do people keep buying these systems if solar is so expensive? Because even at $22,000, a solar water heating system will pay for itself over time. See, smart homeowners want to save $20,000 tomorrow instead of $100 today. They know it's a wise investment, but unfortunately for guys like you and me, dropping $22,000 on a system isn't an option. So an off-the-shelf installation is out. Richard saw the same thing. But like any other smart homeowner, he saw the money he can save, and he figured it's worth doing some research. What he found is a little surprising. Not to mention it saved him a lot of money. We'll have a good idea what it is in a second. See, even without the astronomical cost, Richard had a big problem. He knew nothing about going solar. In fact, in his own words, he quoted, "Do not understand solar." So how in the world could he figure out all this solar stuff? You probably thought the same thing and have questions like, where can I learn solar power? Or how do I get started? Or how am I going to afford it? If you've looked for retail solutions, then probably the biggest question is it even worth it? And to make things worse, it's tough to figure out whom to trust if everybody makes going solar seem so fast and easy. Well, maybe it's easy with the right tools and plans, but for the average person, with all the junk, bookstores, and internet, generating solar power can be impossible. Not to be mean, but a lot of these guys are nerds. They mean well, but are just from another planet. Think about the guys that work on the old-school hot rod cars. They love to spend hours tweaking every detail so it flies down the road. I don't know about you, but I just want my car to run. Am I right? It's the same with solar. After all, building your solar water heater is cool and pretty fun, but you are doing it to save money and help the environment, not a science project. And if you're like me, you don't have the time to get a diploma in quantum physics just to build a solar water heater. Which is why the method I'm about to show you is so important. By the way, this is the method I teach people in places like South Africa, Siberia, and Chile to provide their remote villages with hot water without the use of dangerous fires. Imagine you saw someone looking at a sink or feeling hot water on their hands for the first time. What would you think? Magic, alien technology, miracle. Of course, that's a little exaggeration, but the point is that solar power is totally new for them, so everything must be as simple as possible. In fact, there are just 7 simple steps. Would you like to learn them? Before you take your first look at the 7 steps I teach, before going solar for less than $98, please do me a favor. What I need you to do is listen closely. You might even write these steps down because it'll save you money on your utility bill if and only if you use them. Not to mention the fact that over 100,000 people paid me good money for these exact steps. All right, are you ready? For step 1, you need to gather or buy empty PET recipients. You can get PETs from a lot of places, or you might have some lying around the house already. Try to get PETs that have a 2-liter capacity. Coke recipients will do just fine. Make sure you get these before you do anything else. That way they will be there when you are ready to finish your solar water heater. Step 2 is to build your frame. The frame that you see in this picture is built out of PVC pipes, but you can build it also from wood or any material at your disposal. PVC is lighter and stronger. You can pick up your materials from home. This part scares a lot of people, but don't be afraid. Remember, the villagers got through these. You can too. For step 3, you need to combine your PET recipients together. This is something that worries people. It's not that hard. Just take a look at this picture. You see how each PET fits? Just like Lego parts. For step 4, you need to seal the PET bottles in the frame. Do not skip this step. You got to perfectly insulate the circuit or all that heated water will leak. We move to step 5. You can see your solar water heater coming together, getting ready to give you free hot water and heating. Here you will be mounting your solar water heater panel on your house or on a special stand. You'll be surprised how straightforward it is. With this, you can get solar water heaters saving you money sooner. But don't take my word for it. Over 100,000 people bought these plans to go solar. Here's some feedback from students. Listen to a quick email from Michael. Once again, love the fact that you guys talk about how the project is not ruined if you mess up with the caulking and the reviling. I wanted to make a solar water heater for a long time, and with this do-it-yourself, I am excited. Thanks for the letter, Michael. See, I know projects can be nerve-wracking, so I try to tell you what is important and what is not. That way you can be sure your solar water heater is going to last over time. Here's a comment from Greg Browden. I was paying through the nose for utilities, and now I'm pipe independent, and it's only about 70 days since I got the water heater on the roof. And the last one from the Salaya family makes it all worth it. Your guide is far better than anything else I have found or purchased. So far, it is very easy and is step-by-step instructions that I can follow. And I failed shop class. Thank you so much. It is so easy to get confused with all the junk out there, and I'm glad I can make it easier. But I promised I'd tell you what happened with Richard. Here it is. So he wanted to save money with solar and help the environment, but couldn't afford a professional solar water heater. So he decided to build his own. How? He used the step-by-step plans I gave him. I call them Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself. Here's exactly what I gave Richard to walk him through every step. Learn exactly what you need to get started with solar water heating. This is like a crash course in solar, but the most important part is the list of suppliers from where you get the best deal. How to build a solar water heater from scratch for less than $100. You will get color pictures and fully detailed plans in the bonus guide. How to hook up multiple solar water heaters and how to save even more on energy and utility bills. Now let me take a second to tell you the top 5 reasons why other people got started with Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself. Well, first and most importantly, because it works. Thousands of people have built their own solar water heaters and used them at home to save money. In fact, over 100,000 people have bought Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself to learn how to go solar. Not to praise myself, but that means I got something right. In a few seconds, you can start saving money. At first, it seems impossible to go solar and save money, but it's not. Here's a way that you can still save money on your utility bill without the massive investment. The third of the most popular reasons is to go green. It's a responsibility to reduce our carbon footprint and help the environment. The fourth reason is to save energy. Every little bit of energy you save is money back in your pocket. And the last reason is because it is fun. I have a lot of dads working on this with their sons, and not just as a side project. Besides, wait till you show off in front of your family. Not only that you went solar, but you did it on your own. So, are you ready to build solar water heaters like these people did? You have the tools right here in front of you. But if you want to make sure you have the chance to save money on your power bill, I got a surprise for you. I have decided to include my wind energy guide for free. This guide sells alone for $49.97. It comes with 2 standalone guidebooks, complete with detailed pictures and blueprints. More importantly, they show how to hook on your home power system, so you can use the wind to save money. But now you have to make a decision. Is saving money on your utility and power bills something you're interested in? If you are, here's where you can get started. To buy each piece separately, total cost will be $399. Honestly, most people could not afford $399, so $149 seemed more reasonable. But since I want going solar to be easy, even for people that don't make much money, the price for the whole program is just $49.97. If you're not going to use this to save money on your utility bills, please leave this in the hands of people with real financial needs. They're not going to find it anywhere else because it's only sold here. You cannot buy Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself energy in stores or anywhere else on the internet, not even on eBay or Amazon. Now I know what you're thinking. What if it doesn't work for me? What if I get stuck and I can't go through with it? What if I can't save any money? So if Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself does not work for you, just send me an email and I'll give you a full refund. No hassles, no delays, no questions asked. You see, Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself help people all over the world from different backgrounds build their own solar water heaters, and they can help you too. But if you don't like it or just run out of time, you can take me up on my ironclad 100% money-back guarantee. Email me and I'll send you a full refund. Plus, if you're a busy person, I will give you 60 days to decide if Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself will save you money. But there's one last thing. Since little problems seem so confusing in a do-it-yourself project, I will give you free access to my dedicated support desk. It is the closest thing you get to me coming to your house and walking you through every step. I understand money is tight, so you can get this for a steep 90% discount. $49.97. That is less than a month's power bill. Actually, that's 10 times less than the value of the bill. I see so often people taking for granted what they get cheap. So this information is something for people that really try to change the world and save money. It's simple. Get the guide and blueprints today and put them to the test. Watch as your bills start to fade the moment you mount the system by 50%, 75% or more in less than 2 months. So go on, click the orange Add to Cart button now and get the Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself plans risk-free. And just imagine how your life will be just 2 months after installing the Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself. Picture this. You're coming home from work and you notice there's a fresh envelope in the mail. It's a bill from the utility company. But as you rip it open, you notice that something's different. This time, the amount is barely visible, and you realize that this is only the beginning. And month after month, you get the same relaxed feeling that comes with not owing anyone a red cent. You're finally free and independent, no longer trapped inside a legal monopoly that's holding you at gunpoint. The Sun Heat Do-It-Yourself is about something bigger and more important than money. It's about regaining your freedom and making a stand. Now you can send a message to the big monopolists, fat cats, and show them that you're no longer depending on them. And really, the road to utility independence starts with the push of a button. So go on, click the orange Add to Cart button below and claim your utility independence.